Hey everyone, this is Jeb Alvarado, and I'm gonna be talking about Warden's story. The EPS Warden is a fighter under control of the Earth's territory. The Warden has been in circulation for decades now. This time, the Warden is carrying a number of prisoners frozen in cryostasis for delivery to a maximum security off-world prison. The Warden itself is a highly automated vessel, needing only a captain to periodically check on course. On this voyage, an uncharted asteroid drifted out of a belt the ship was passing by and grazed the inner compartments. The captain couldn't save the ship from colliding as he was killed on impact. Our hero John Lorimer is a prisoner in cryostasis in the rear compartment. In the collision, his tube was damaged and he awakens to find the ship drifting. With the ship off course, he soon realizes that escaping the ship is the only option, and the only way off resides in the lone escape pod in the captain's quarters. John now has to fight his way through the wreckage of the ship, gaining control over ship systems in order to move forward. On his way, he'll have to think through how to move unanchored crates, bypassing turrets, and dodging the guard drones that are being controlled by the only crew member the Warden has left, the central computer.
Hello, my name is Benjamin Freed, and today I'll be talking to you about the controls of our game, the level shifting mechanics in our game, and how the objects interact with the world. The standard controls we use are the FPS type. WASD will move, spacebar will jump. 1 on the keypad lets you rotate the level 90 degrees in the clockwise position. 2 on the keypad lets you rotate the level 90 degrees in the counterclockwise position. 3 lets you invert gravity for a brief period of time while you hold it down, and when you let go, gravity returns to normal. Left click allows you to push objects, right click allows you to grab objects. With these type of object mechanics, we can pick up such objects such as boxes and carry them around while we shift the level. Level shifting involves us rotating the entire level 90 degrees in whichever direction we decided to specify. We could let the boxes tumble along with rotational physics, or we can carry them along to the new position. When we rotate a level, we'll land on a new wall. So let's demonstrate these mechanics in action now. When we go over here, we grab a box with our right click, and we'll rotate the level with the number 2 keypad. This allows us to bring the box with and grab a new box. We'll grab this box and rotate again. The boxes will tumble along accordingly. And we grab our third box and rotate one more time. And this allows us to access an area that we otherwise probably wouldn't have had access to. So we grab our boxes and stack them. I got mad stacking skills. Alright, and we jump up in here, like so, and open the door. But the door is now over there, so how do we get to it? We of course rotate our level one more time. Ta-da! And we proceed on to the next level. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Glenn Nauer, and I'm going to be covering a few of our game mechanics, those being turrets and gravity inversion. In our game, turrets will be static objects that will shoot at the player when you get within a certain distance. Turret shots can deal out a lot of damage, and because of that can kill you very quickly, so it is best if they are avoided entirely. As long as you are not within range of the turret or have something blocking the turret's bullets from you, you will not be hurt. Turrets can be deactivated by finding the specific console switch within the level. In order to accomplish this, you will have to combine our previous mechanics and more to locate and reach the deactivation console. In this level, we will need to use our gravity inversion. This lets the player invert gravity and gravitate to the top height of the level. This gives the player the ability to reach areas that are not reached by simple rotation of the level. Using the gravity inversion allows players to manipulate control over the character's height and reach areas of value. Before we can deactivate that turret, we used gravity inversion to get this box. Like I mentioned before, breaking the line of sight or blocking the turret's bullets is a way to pass the turret. We have a box now that we can use as a shield against the turret's bullets. This is another use of our box mechanic and allows us to reach the deactivation console.
Hi, my name is David Sadvar, and I will be talking about some of the hazards that are in the third level. As well as having turrets, shown in the previous level, there are also drones that will shoot at the player if they get too close. Unlike the turrets, however, drones move in set patrol patterns and can only be avoided, not shut off. Another of the hazards shown in this particular level are energy hazards, shown as electrified boxes. When the player enters the electrified area, these hazards will deal a small amount of damage to the player per second and will kill them if they stay too long. These act in a similar manner to the energy barriers that divide the levels. Lastly, there are wires that will damage the player if they come into contact. Like the other hazards, these do damage over time and can kill the unwary player. These don't move and cannot be turned off or destroyed. but they are easily bypassed, usually by jumping over them.
Hello, my name is Paul Wyatt, TeamWorden producer, and today I'm here to talk to you about our Level 4 and looking forward with our game, Warden. So up until this point, you've seen in our previous levels that we've used simple examples to teach the player how to interact with the various mechanics and obstacles that make up our game. Well, in Level 4, we take off the kid gloves. As you can see, we fill in a lot of the negative space in the center of our level with this large structure. This brings our walkable surfaces in this level from a common 8 to 10 up to 16. This forces the player to interact with much more complicated puzzles, and being very careful where they might fall off the edge of this structure and possibly land in those ensuing drone patrols. But this is actually only a small example of how complex we can make levels in the full game of Warden. By increasing the size of the level, we can create much more complicated suspended or even zero gravity structures, forcing the player to navigate using the shifting mechanic in mid-air to traverse the level. Alternatively, we could shrink our level down to air duct size and force the player to rely on the shifting mechanic to avoid the spinning blades of fans or even being careful of patrolling drones inside the air ducts themselves. We could even cut out portions of the level to represent damage to the Warden itself, forcing the player to be careful to not fall out of the ship altogether. This and many more mechanics will be available to us in the full version of Warden. From all of us here at Team Warden, we want to thank you for your interest and for your time, and we'll see you at the final.